Alright, hello. Sorry for the late predictions. Not to any fault of my own. I've just been so fucking busy. Um, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to head straight into a Sandhagen versus Figueiredo. Great card, great matchups. I love it. It's a lot of up and comers, not undefeated stars, but people with potential, and I like to see that. There's always room for people like that in the UFC. That's why I prefer it over boxing. So we're just going to get straight up. We're going to go to the first fight of the night. Juliana Miller versus Ivana Petrovic. I hope I'm saying that right. I think this is a pretty clear-cut one. I think Ivana Petrovic is going to probably knock out Juliana Miller, but most likely, since the women's flyweight fight, probably decision. But I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to be open-minded. We got Jocelyn Edwards getting Chelsea Chandler out of there rather early in the last card. So I'm going to trust in Ivana Petrovic to knock out Juliana Miller probably rounds 2 or 3. 4-3 record in the UFC. What the fuck? Sorry, I had to wait for a minute to go by to say curse words, but what the fuck is this? Why is this in the UFC? Why are you in the UFC? I don't understand it. Alright, moving on. Dante Melis versus Thomas Peterson. I'm a bit worried for this one, but I'm going to trust my gut. I'm going to go Dante Melis. I feel like he has the height, and Thomas Peterson is coming off a bad knockout loss to Shamil Gaziev, the meal deal. He's short for a heavyweight. It's very hard to see him win this fight for me. And let me see the odds. It's a big underdog, but believe me, this is not the biggest underdog pick of the night. There's more to come. But I don't trust Thomas Peterson to... Reach isn't even that long, is it? Jesus Christ, he has short arms. Yeah, I don't see him clipping Dante Mays. I feel like Dante Mays' only real weak point is submissions. I don't really see Thomas Peterson taking him down and submitting him. I mean, he's done it in the past, but I don't see him landing it on Dante Mays. So I'm going to go Dante Mays. Gaston Balano versus Kwang Le. Or Kwang Le, I don't know. I'm going to go with Gaston Balanos. I feel like Kwang Le is rather chinny, and I feel like Gaston will catch him with something. Probably first 2 rounds. This is probably going to be like performance of the night for either man. So I think this is like an underrated fight to keep an eye out for, I believe. So I'm going to go Gaston Balanos knockout rounds 1 or 2. Let's see what the odds say. Yeah, they're slightly in his favour. And also height difference as well. I know he doesn't have as long as reach, but the height as well, more frame, I don't fucking know. I'm going to go Gaston Balanos. Everyone's favourite, Jillian Roberts and Marina Rodriguez. I'm going to go Jillian Robertson. I'm going to go Jillian Robertson, probably by decision, or a really late lucky submission. Let's see what the odds say. Yep, that's fair. I don't really rate Marina Rodriguez. She had that like one stint a couple of years ago and then just kind of went on a losing streak. She's off a win right now, but I don't really think she's gonna win this. You know what I mean? Moving on. Believe it or not, this is not gonna be underdog pick of the night. There's an even bigger one. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going with. You know, I'm starting to change my mind now because I think Asmat Bakoev has a little steroid gut, so I don't know if he's been juiced. No. I really do think Ryan Loder could win this. I really think so. It's not likely, but it'd be pretty fucking funny. I do think he has... I'm gonna go Ryan Loder. Fuck it. You know, I'm picking a lot of underdogs tonight, but I'm just going by who I think wins. I think Ryan Loder wins. His only loss is a split decision in like some unknown like promotion. That could have well easily been a robbery. I haven't watched it, to be honest. He has the reach. He has the height. You know, he wins by knockouts, I believe. It's either Asvat takes him down and submits him, or Ryan Loder knocks him out. So that's my thoughts. So believe it or not, that's not underdog pick tonight. We're going to go even more. Next up, Jana Santos versus Misha Tate. I'm going to go Misha Tate. I feel like she is slightly better, but both of them are not really good in themselves, you know what I mean? They're both average. Don't get twisted. Both of these wouldn't go on to do nothing with their careers. But I think Misha Tate is probably going to win it. I'm not going to spend too long talking about that one because that's boring. Here we go. Jeremy Stephens versus Mason Jones. I'm going to go Jeremy Stephens knockouts first 2 rounds. I really think he can do it. I think he has the power now. I feel like his power, he believes in it now. And he's going to be just swinging from the first 2 rounds. And what a comeback that would be, wouldn't it? So I'm going to go Jeremy Stephens first 2 rounds knockout. I don't think those odds do him justice. Yeah. Jeremy Stephens. I might be wrong pick of the night, Jeremy Stephens. I never thought I'd actually say that on this channel. I thought he was retired. Maybe I might do a BKFC card in the future. Who knows? I'm not too well versed in this, so you can't really trust my opinion on that. Cameron Smotherman versus I'm not even going to try. Serhiy Sidey. He's from Ukraine, so he's a good lad. I'm going to go Cameron Smotherman, to be honest. I think he has the tools to win this. 140 into 135. I really think Cameron Smotherman has the tools to win this. Probably by decision, I believe. Probably by decision, I don't know. Alright, moving on. Ooh, Montel Jackson. Let me tell you about Montel Jackson. This is the bantamweight Ngannou, you know what I mean? This fella hits fucking hard. Like, his last fight, he got like an 18-second knockout. It was mental. I'm going with Montel Jackson. I'm going with Montel Jackson round 1 knockout. I feel like he could get that. Yeah. What's the odds say? Fairly close, I guess, because Marcos is undefeated. But I'm going to go with Montel Jackson round 1 knockout. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Daniel Rodriguez. I'm going to go with Santiago Ponzinibbio. Is he favourite? Yeah. I feel like he's going to... I think he's going to submit him. I don't think he's going to try strike with him too much. I know he's really good striking, lots of knockouts, but I think he's going to submit him. I don't know why. I have that gut feeling. So I'm going to go Santiago Ponzinibbio by submission. I feel like Daniel Rodriguez has like 0 ground game, so I think he might just go for the easiest course possible, you know what I mean? Moving on. This is interesting. Reiner the Ritter versus Bo Nickel. I don't rate Bo Nickel that much. He has great wrestling, fantastic wrestling, but 0 striking, you know what I mean? And Reiner the Ritter arguably has the perfect style to counteract his wrestling. So I don't know. Who do I think wins this fight? I'm going to go with Reiner the Ritter. Because I feel like both of them are kind of average on the feet. I think Reiner is slightly better on the feet than Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel is kind of like an overhand merchant. Like, if he catches Reiner, it's probably lights out, you know what I mean? But I trust in Reiner the Ritter's experience, you know what I mean? He took GM3 to round 3 and finished him in round 3. Who does that to GM3? You know? Who does that to GM3? So I'm going to go with Reiner the Ritter, probably by submission, rounds 2 or 3. Alright. Probably with a knockdown as well. Cory Sandhagen versus Deiveson Figueiredo. I'm going to go with Cory Sandhagen by submission. Now, that's an odd one, but let me explain my reasoning. I've seen some footage. I know that sounds like a load of bullshit, but I think Cory Sandhagen is training a lot of grappling for this fight. And I think he might catch him with a rear naked and an arm bar or something. I really see Cory Sandhagen switching it up and getting an early finish on Deiveson Figueiredo, especially with the age of Deiveson for his weight. So I'm going to go with Cory Sandhagen rounds 2 or 3, or we'll go 2 to 4 submission. Somewhere between that margin. I see it ending early and I see it ending late. You know what I mean? I can see Deiveson catching him, but I don't see him finishing him. I can see him catching him, and then Sandhagen recovers real quickly. But I'm going to go Cory Sandhagen. I can't really see a path to victory for Deiveson Figueiredo. It makes me sad to say that, because Deiveson Figueiredo is like one of my favourite flyweight fighters. Like, over Pantoja. Far over Pantoja. It's really sad to see him do this poorly at bantamweight. He had a good win over Chito Vera. So I think if he loses this fight, he should probably fight like the winner of Chito Vera and Mario Batista, I believe. Something like that, I don't know. But I'm going to go with Cory Sandhagen. Submissions. The odds are huge on this one. This is like to counteract the Jeremy Stevens pick from earlier. I don't know why it's this wide. I think it's pretty 50-50, to be honest. Just because Figueiredo's on a loss, you know what I mean? They're both coming off losses, you know what I mean? Does anything else I need to say? I don't really think so. This is probably going to be my shortest predictions. It's a very short card, but this is probably going to be my shortest predictions videos. So I don't really know what else to say. I'm just kind of fluffing the time. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. That always helps. If I get these predictions right, please, my great viewers, go and I don't know, just kidding. But go rub it in the faces of other predictors like Lucas Glazy and whatnot, and Bedtime MMA, the part-time bastards. Alright, that's about it. See ya.